I took out the fake vents on my FL5 so you don't have to. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me today. So this is a day after track day. I'm doing my usual car maintenance, just checking things, making sure everything's okay. A couple things to note. So I completely cooked the oil. I switched to Redline high performance right before my track day. And when I say I cooked the oil, I mean I put it through temperatures over 308 degrees. I'm about to release my track video. If you guys haven't seen that, watch it. There's a lot of amazing information in there about overheating, and if you have an FK8, what you can do to actually fix it. There is a solution for the FK8. So it inspired me. It inspired me because I'm sick of the overheating on these K20C motors. It's the same motors in the FK8. It's just mostly the same, pretty much the same engine bay from the FK8. It's the same problems. So the car overheated really bad yesterday at Laguna Seca. It was 63 ambient Fahrenheit temperatures. It's just unacceptable. It's just completely unacceptable. So I removed the fake vents on the front of my bumper. Just curious, because on the FK8, there's one of the things that people complain about, which is really ironic right now, super ironic, was all the fake vents on the FK8. But what was good about those fake vents is you could pop them out, create an actual vent and put stuff behind it, like an oil cooler, and have additional cooling for the car. Well, on the FL5, the bumper is smooth on the front. There really isn't much of a fake vent at all. Or is there? So you guys might, well, it's popped out now, so I wasn't really planning on doing this video, but it was so interesting, I wanted to share it with you guys. So this guy, I just popped out from right there. So it's not, even with this out, that's not a very big opening. But you know, if I really wanted to, I could cut all this out and make it a bigger opening. And then behind this would be all this right here. And in the FK8, you can get a dual oil cooler kit that puts an oil cooler right here with air venting in and coming out the back, and you can have one on each side. Now, this is the passenger side. This is not what this normally looks like. I just took out the windshield wiper reservoir because I don't really use it. I don't ever use my spray windshield wiper. I wash my car so often, I never have a need for it. So I took it out. So just keep that in mind. You know, there's normally a reservoir right there. Actually, here, it looks like this. This stuff. Okay, and then you got the top that you fill from the top of the fender. I pulled all this stuff out. It's like 3 10-mil bolts and a couple of clips. Not a big deal. So anyways, here's a game plan. I don't have any of this stuff yet, but that hell oil cooler is going away. It's just not, it's not that good. It helps, but it's not that good. So I'm gonna get an oil cooler for this side, an oil cooler for that side, free up the space in here, and put a secondary radiator in the front. That's the plan for now. anyhow. Okay, but I just wanted to show you guys the bumper because I thought that was kind of cool. I'm gonna leave it open for now. Just kind of like get the juices flowing, you know, get the ideas going, seeing what I can come up with. Maybe the more I look at it, the more it'll inspire me to come up with ideas on how to tackle this issue. Maybe we could 3D print a piece that clips in there once you cut out the hole a little bigger. I don't know. We'll have to sit down and figure that out. But what's nice is it doesn't interfere with the brake ducts, because the brake ducts have their own hole. So that's here, and it feeds in through here where the oil cooler would be sitting here. So it doesn't interfere, which is really, really nice. On the FK8, they were the same hole, but there was a pipe, not really a hose, but a brake duct, a kind of a flat brake duct on the bottom part of that hole, and then the rest of it was just going into the fender well. So it's nice that it's kind of separate here. Don't know what that means yet, but I just don't want to overheat anymore. I really don't. And this car, it's such an amazing platform. It's such a shame that I can't push it as hard as I want to, you know? So, but I don't care. Come hell or high water, I'm gonna figure this out for you guys. The other thing I did today was I took the 27 wand Snorkel out. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. So my observation was that on regular street driving, it didn't help intake air temperatures at all. Like it was negligible. It might have been maybe a 4-degree difference, maybe. But more often than not, it was like maybe a 2-degree difference or nothing at all. And to me, I mean, part of the idea of having the Snorkel 2 is when you dyno your car, it's on a dyno, it's standing still. So they put a fan in front of your car and they prop your hood open to get air into the engine, right? The problem is the second you close the hood, it's like 20 horsepower, you can kiss it goodbye, because there's, well, yeah. You just don't have the hood open anymore, and having the hood open is more efficient than having the hood closed. But you can't drive around with your hood open. So the Snorkel sounded like a good idea. I didn't really care if I gained a little horsepower from it personally. Some of you, I know a lot of you do. So this might still be a good mod for those of you who drive mostly on the street, don't really track your car. But if you track your car, I don't think I'd recommend this at all, because you give up the factory shrouding, which I'm now putting back on, and this helps direct air into the radiator, and it makes the cooling of the radiator more efficient with this in there. So to me, the 2 degrees cooler ambient temperature I get for my IATs wasn't worth the sacrifice of the shroud, especially after a day of overheating. So I'm not saying putting the shroud back in solves overheating, far from it, but I think it's probably better to have it than to not have it. And the pros of the Snorkel for me aren't worth the cons. Food for thought. That's it for today's video. It was just a quick, short, impromptu one. It wasn't even intended to be a video, but I just wanted to show you guys, in case you were curious. You know, actually, while we're here, so let me show you how these bumper pieces pop out. So you got these clips that come along the side, one along the bottom, a couple on that side. They clip in there. What you do is you take a flathead screwdriver, you push the clips and then push a tab out, and it'll pop out. There's a There's a Phillips head screw right there and there with a bracket that comes across. Looks like this. Looks like this. Just like that. Okay. This bracket is kind of pointless, actually. I'm going to leave this out as well. Weight savings. Got rid of the windshield reservoir and a couple of plastic brackets. I'm pretty much a race car now. Anyways, that's it for today's video, guys. Just a quick impromptu video. Wanted to show you what things look like. I thought it was interesting, so I thought I'd share with you. But until next time, stay hungry, stay fast, stay tuned. I'm Michael Baxter, and I'm out.
Okay, I've been working like 3 jobs. Probably why I never see ya. Probably why I never have time for the fake friends that won't be ya. Oh God, I've been running now. Up early when the sun is out. Not setting out my own soul, but those real ones, they coming out. Oh, look who's reaching out. Old friends wanna feature now. They don't work, so they need it free. Ooh, you reaching out from the west side of that old town, but it's